Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Okay, finally a chink in the armor of my defective Paladin, which you'd think there'd be many more chinks in the armor given that I'm calling it defective, but we lost one game. We're going to keep going until we get 2 more strikes or 6 more wins. Guess which is more likely. Ah, mages. Mages are no good for me at all. Going second is good, though, I think. This is an okay hand. I think I'm going to keep it. Again, I'm more prone to keeping my hands in this deck, because, like, what am I going to get? If I don't have all the big expensive stuff, then why not just keep it? That's kind of annoying, because that sort of beats out my crammy guys. Light Warden is a pretty decent counter to that, though. Sure, why not? Otherwise, I could, like, coin out an owl to silence her, but then the owl is so easily dealt with that why bother? She can trade bubble and then one shot and kill this, which is fine. Aha! The two of us have accomplished so much so far. I don't want to coin this out with nothing to buff. That would be kind of silly. I'll play a creature that's just as good as your creature. Next turn, though, I can coin out the Dragonlink Mechanic, which seems pretty good.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's not as good. Left my guy alive. Interesting. Wondering about changing up my play, though. I might want to silence him so she doesn't draw a billion cards. Because all the weak things I put out, she's going to draw 2 cards from him if I don't silence him. If I do silence him, she's going to draw 0 cards. That's killing 2 cards for 1 battle cry, and I still get the creature. I think I have to do it. Then I don't want to waste my coin on this stuff. Like, I could put out a 2/2 and bubble the owl, and I guess if I do that, then I might as well trade here, but it's not really doing me that much good.
Let me think.
My magic will tear you apart.
But I'm just going to do it quietly from now on. I just can't decide whether or not I should kill her. Normally leaving creatures alive bad. My stuff's all going to get killed anyway. I might as well take away the choice, I guess. But, feels so lame. And no, I don't want to waste the Hand of Protection on this when it's just going to do 2 damage to the Acolyte of Pain. You know, that's aggressive. Very different from constructive mages. Going to be a little bit aggressive with the damage there. You know what? You are actually a decent counter for that stuff she's got in play. Whereas if I play this, she can always just shoot the 2/1 pretty easily. She can also shoot his bubble pretty easily, but his 3/3-ness works out well against them. Then again, her 2/4-ness also works out well against them. Even better, some may say. Yeah, okay, sold. Because they only have 3 damage between them, so it's gonna. I'm not gonna say she can't kill them. As always, this just means it's gonna take more effort. Like hopefully a card from her hand. Hit the recycling bin, if anyone cared. But you don't. Alright. Well, that's interesting. That is also interesting. I'm taking the beats here, which I don't like. But I can't do anything about it because I don't have, like, spells that kill things. That would be ridiculous. You know, bouncing her might be a viable option.
I wonder.
I bounce her, I get back all her hit points and another 2/1 when I recast her. Whereas she's not going to get to attack this turn anyway. She's just going to die to something. that's what I'm going to use my coin for. I'm going to play the Ancient Brewmaster, and then I'm going to coin out the Argent Protector, which gives me the most stuff in play.
I'll put it on your tab.
Not on my watch.
I mean, I could have also just done a Hand of Protection on him, but that doesn't seem as worthwhile as this guy, which is, even though it cost me my coin, I'm now getting out an additional whole creature and still taking the extra, like, mana or whatever to kill him. Forcing a polymorph. She might not have bothered to polymorph him if I hadn't done that, though. She shot him anyway. Still very aggressive, which is kind of disquieting since I can't do much about it. Don't have many taunt creatures. Well, that'll make her kill this, but it's not actually that helpful. Excuse me. So I want to kill the ghoul. Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
I wonder.
Fleshy ghoul.
We must
Buff
lend
the
for
flesh eating
Sunwell.
ghoul. Do I want to? No, I'm gonna buff this guy, even though he's gonna be doomed.
This is my responsibility.
I kill the one with 2 attack. Yeah. So got Flame Strike. This would not be the world's greatest Flame Strike ever, but it would still be pretty worthwhile. I mean, it's still killing 3 things for 1 card, and these guys are kind of obnoxious. Plus, she has a big hit point advantage, so even just hitting me for 1 every turn. Ew. This is one of those flaws in not having cards that do shit. Like, what am I supposed to do about him unless I draw my 3/3? No, not that. I guess we know what I'm going to have to do. Hand of Protection him. Now, the question is, do I Hand of Protection him and then, like, trade her as well? Or do I Hand of Protection him and Blessing of Might him, which makes him the world's biggest silenced polymorph target, but would leave her free to attack? I think leaving her free to attack is pretty good. Yeah. Cast this, and then I have 5 mana left. Okay. And, I mean, 5 mana would work out really well for her, and I could use the healing, but I think a time may come up when she could be healing more other stuff. On the other hand, if my opponent's waiting to Flame Strike, like, she may have put off the Flame Strike because she had a Sea Giant, makes sense, and if she's going to Flame Strike now, I might as well put out the Darkscale Healer now. My other guys are better for replenishing my army after the Apocalypse, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. Because my other choice, I'd normally play her, and then she would just get killed. I guess this would eat the Flame Strike even better than her, but meh. She used my full 5 mana. Next turn I can cast both of these. Yes, there is the predicted Flame Strike, but you don't have enough mana left to do this. You got an Arcane Missile? No. Okay. We can start pretending to be trying to come back. There might be another Flame Strike or something coming, you know? I think, rather than play these 2 guys, which are much better, sort of, I'm going to use the token in this. So I'm just going to play... I'm going to save this one. I think if an AoE is coming, I want her afterwards. This guy can survive an AoE. So yeah, I'm going to get... If there's no AoE, then he's pretty good for fighting whatever comes out. It's the ever tricky art of, like, Yomi, of trying to predict what your opponent's going to do based on information that you don't have. But you know what they know about you, and you know a little bit about what things they might be able to do based on their class. Shoots a bubble? No, shoots a 4/1, obviously. What am I thinking? Kirin Tormage, do you have a secret to put out for free? Looks like no. Oh, nice. Oh, me likey. Or do I? Thing is, if I'm going to play this, then I have to trade all these guys to kill both of these. Like, I'm going to use this and kill the Kirin Tormage. That's a given. It's a good job for a bubble. If I play her, though, I have to kill this or else it'll just kill her, right? Whereas, I think I'm going to save her, surprise value. I can do 3 damage now, which is almost as much as she does, and force my opponent to start weeding through these guys the slow way, and still replenish my army quite a bit. So, yeah.
The battle!
Me and Mr. Right.
Reporting for duty.
Any AoE would obliterate me now. Cone of Cold right here would be nice. An Arcane Explosion would wipe out the vast majority of my forces. And even a Flame Strike would definitely be worth it. Even though this is all fragile junk for the most part, it'd still be well worth Flame Striking to kill all this stuff, get it out of the way. Oh, now an Arcane Explosion can kill a lot. Okay, that guy's pretty scary, but it's not an AoE that's killing all my stuff. What are you going to do with him? You going to go for offense or just trade for the 3-3? Seems most like you to trade for the 3-3. You could also kill the 2-1, but then I'll just get you with a 1-1 and still have a 3-3. Okay. I think in that case it would be better to hit the 3-3, but I could be wrong. So I can do both of these things. How much? This is 5, 6, 7, plus 5, 12, 13. It's not even close. Given that's not even close, I think I'm definitely going to kill this. And I'm going to kill this. But I do think I'm going to put out the Rocketeer this turn. I'm not going to use it to kill that. I'm going to use it offensively. I figure, I mean, I can do enough damage. She's going to be forced to use him to start killing stuff off. That's my plan, anyway.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
This unfortunately makes him a bigger target for this guy, but if I spread it out too much, then they're not as AoE resistant.
Remember, kill Talos! The battle!
I don't know. It may have been a mistake to use her instead of just playing another token creature. Because I'm losing that, like, that's like a third of a card that I'm never getting back. But we're going to find out based on how much AoE comes down. How much area of effect damage wipes out my forces. She can survive 1 Fire Blast, so it's going to take something else. You only have 1 creature to attack with. You can either kill her or this. Either way, I might be able to just eliminate him with a cheap creature that is left over. Wish I knew what her cards were. It would be fascinating. Okay. What are you using your mana for? That's the issue. You want to kill this somehow, because you're taking a ton of damage. I've got 8, 9, 10, 11 in play. Now, obviously, she's killing something with this at the very least. Polymorph. Okay. That hurts. Ooh, that also hurts, but it can't kill her. Didn't kill this, that's good. So now my position is not as good, that's for sure. I still have more life, though. We're obviously killing the 6-2, because I can't win this turn. But other than that, we're just going to play all the stuff we can and come through for some damage.
Push forward.
Reporting for duty.
Hope we can wear her down until we get another charge creature and wear her the rest of the way down. That is our battle plan. She has the cards, so she can turn it around. She also has a creature to kill stuff with. Cone of Cold, that hurts. I'm glad I draw a card from that guy, but Defender of Argus, that would have been nice a little earlier. There's only so much I can do with it here. Did this attack yet or not? She's trying to decide whether to kill my 1-1. I'm a Paladin. You probably want to kill the 1/1. I'm a Paladin and you're at 7. Shouldn't want a Blessing of Kings there. Ooh, that is nice.
Reporting for duty.
That may seem a little silly, but I want to save the Defender Vargas. At this point, I got to make my cards worth more. He's adding a little bit of surprise damage, even if it's only 1 or 2. This guy already has Taunt. Okay. Yeah. Killing those guys is not helping. You are so close to dead. If she can't kill him, this can do it. Glad I saved him. Surprise damage? It may not have changed the play at all, but... She's not going to concede until he comes down. What is that card? What is your card? It could be a Pyroblast. I know they don't usually have the Pyroblast because it's apparently an epic card and not a common like I originally thought. In Constructed, the mage is always going to have a Pyroblast, and you should always pretend they have a Pyroblast unless you've seen 2 get cast already. But, yeah, no, I would say I win. Yeah, let's make the token first.
Reporting for duty.
My shield for Argus.
Farewell.
Splat. We are still alive somehow. What can you do but keep going? 7 wins, 1 loss. That is about 5 wins more than I expected for the Paladin with actually 0 of the cards that I set out making a Paladin to get. I have one of this guy, who's a great Paladin card that I like, and I have one of the 2/2 bubble guy, but when I make a Paladin, it's so I can get all those 4-cost cards that kill stuff. This is a pretty decent starting hand. I'm actually going to get rid of him. I have lots of 3-cost stuff, and he's better late game. Or mid-game, anyway. That is much better late game. Oh, whatever. Going second, which is not so great if the Northshire Cleric comes out. But it did not, so I'm okay. Nothing useful I can coin out, so we'll just do that. It's nice to have the Blessing of Might in my hand this early in the game for once. Okay. Well, that's going to have a negative effect on my tokens. So the question is, what do I want to coin out? A lot of bad things can happen to the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but this thing attacking is just going to eat the Noble Sacrifice, which is actually going to boost the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. I guess I'm under obligation to try it, because it can go so well if it goes well, and if it goes poorly, eh. Like, this guy's tempting, reduces attack to 1, but it's not really going to make any difference, because he's just going to run into the Noble Sacrifice. Unless he gets Power Word Shielded. Which is a good choice for him because it like does damage to everything. Shadow Word Pain. Boo. Okay. That's interesting and all, but it still works out to you're gonna die if you attack. Oh, he didn't attack because he knows about the Noble Sacrifice. Fair enough. Well, now it's worth my while to do this. He does have a maximum toughness of 4, so he can be healed up a lot. He can stick around and keep doing crazy crap. That's why it was not worth trading him for the Noble Sacrifice. Again, playing it that early does totally give it away, but I don't know. It gives me a little. There's a really good chance that it will give me a bit of an edge in the early game by protecting the next thing I play. So, gotta try. So now you're using it up intentionally. Okay. And then... So we got 2 mana. Can't heal him again. You can Power Word Shield him again. You were determined to be annoying. You milk that guy for all he's worth, aren't you? That's okay. I'm just gonna kill him. And play this guy.
Shall not fall.
Seems like a good use of my mana. He's already used 1 Shadow Word Pain. Now this is Arena, you could have 5 Shadow Word Pains for all we know, but...
1 shot, 1.
That is annoying. I almost gave him +1/+1. Oh well. That's very annoying because she can take out the bubble easily too. It was like the ideal card for dealing with bubbles.
I must consider.
So far, pretty even game though, not a lot going on. My opponent's drawn a lot more cards, but hasn't ended up with a lot more cards. That is a little bit disquieting. Speaking of drawing more cards. Bleh. As long as everything I play is big enough to kill him, that's still kind of an iffy proposition because it's a priest, eh? Damn it. I think I'm just going to have to take him out, actually. And I'm so going to get Holy Nova if I do this.
Mind if I roll need?
You know what? Because I think I'm going to get Holy Nova, like if I buff this guy, then my guys will all have 2 or 3 toughness. Holy Nova, hit for 1, all my forces are dead. So instead I'm going to buff this guy and put him a little bit out of Holy Nova range.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
He's already attacked this turn though, hasn't he?
That minion already attacked.
When I see the glow around the creatures, the minions, I remember that they have like a glow that shows that they can still attack. But when none of them have it, I occasionally just like my brain sort of strokes off for a moment, goes all Farnsworth on it, and I forget, like, did I attack with this guy? Because I can't, there are no other bubbles to remind me that, like, or no other, like, glows to remind me that, like, oh yeah, he would have a glow. That sucks. That's very annoying. How dare you? But anyway. This guy does kill him pretty good, doesn't he? Okay, first we're going to draw a card.
Hey, give me that!
Yeah, I can't afford the mana to do that right now. It's not as good as this.
To Northrend! Victorial!
He's too small to Shadow Word Death as well, so it's always good. First Blood. About the same number of cards as my opponent's turn, so the fact that my opponent has 1 more card is going to be balanced by the fact that I'm going to draw a card on my turn. So we have the same number of cards, I have slightly more health, and I have way more creatures right now. Okay, you heal yourself and then what? You're not doing anything? That is craziness. What are you waiting for? I am confused. Wow, that is so strange to me. I'm going to play a Sword of Justice. I'm going to give a new bubble to my Argent Protector, or my Argent Commander here. Because again, he's the one that the Priest Kill a Guy spells don't work on. And gonna make a totem and do some damage.
Reporting for duty.
Probably a Holy Nova coming, but this guy will survive it. If I had a Holy Nova on my opponent's last turn and 5 mana left, I probably would have cast it and kill these 2 guys. It seems pretty good. Oh my god. You actually got the guy with the bubble and charge. You lucky bastard. 1 in 4 chance he got the one that I remotely cared about. Any other one, it would have been fine. That is so sick. Now he's gonna like Holy Nova. That is bullshit. That's why people want there to be like a that was bullshit emote. Squelch. That is so friggin' ass lucky. Because any one of these guys that he stole would not have been able to attack right away. This can attack right away. And it's got the bubble to survive. Ugh. And he's killing that one too. That messes me up. Because if that guy, I would have panda bounced. Okay. I'm surprised that I would have just Holy Nova'd and like hit me for 4 or something. Don't think that was really worth losing the bubble for, but whatever.
Let me think.
The gates are open.
That can just get Shadow Word Death, which I'm pretty sure is what's going to happen.
Reporting for duty.
As if he stole this one. Any other one that he stole would have been fine. He would have not got to kill anything last... Well, he would have got the Holy Nova, but... that is so mind-bogglingly bad. Just a 25% chance, which is not a, like, trivial chance. Like, there's a 25% chance. 1 out of every 4 times that would work, but... Why did this have to be that time? Oh, and now you've got a North Star Cleric going. Awesome. Because I was sort of keeping up on the cards until you got the free mind control with a creature. The 3-to-1 card advantage out of this guy, and 4-to-1 counting the bubble. Ugh. So mind-bogglingly bad.
Let me think.
I've got 8 damage worth of charge here in my hand. I gotta be able to take advantage of that somehow, but... Like, I really want to be able to panda and, like, recast this guy. I don't think I can, though. I think I need him to be using his thing on the panda.
Let me think.
Do I want a 2-2 from this, or do I want the panda to be a 4-3? I want a 2-2 from this, and they're going to get another +1. Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Wait a second. That was moronic. Yeah, I know. I needed to do the panda first, but I got thinking about it the wrong way. At least I have enough mana to still do this, but that's like horrendously bad.
That was a mistake.
Move quickly. Reporting for duty.
My shield for Argus.
Doctor.
It just would have been so much better if I could have got this guy to be a 3-3, because then he couldn't just whack that and then heal and draw a card.
I must consider.
4-to-1 card advantage. There's only a 1 in 4 chance. Otherwise, it would have been like 2-to-1 card advantage. Which would have been okay. But the extra attack from charge and the bubble, plus he happens to be the biggest one, although it's not that much. It's less the bigness, it's more the charge and the bubble. Really? You're using that on that, not for like... Okay. Now. Alright.
Drink with me, friend.
Boy, would it be nice if he went back to owner's hand, but no, he's going to play him again and use the bubble to kill this guy. Awesome.
The gates are open.
Or do that. Yeah, so I'm going to silence this Blessing of Might and kill that.
I wonder.
I believe that's the best I can do. I mean, I could also use her to kill that, but then I lose the big surprise value.
To the brink! Reporting for duty.
So bad. Ugh. I think that 1 in 4 chance may have been the difference between, like, a loss and a win. Not necessarily, but I mean, this game would be so much more even right now. At worst. Holy Nova would have blown off the bubble. He wouldn't have had anything to attack my 4-2 with that turn. He wouldn't have it back in his hand now to use against me again with the bubble.
Drink with me, friend.
He had another goddamn panda so he can recast the Northshire Cleric with its ability back. Oh, hooray! That too.
Is someone injured?
Oh, I knew what I could draw. A Consecrate! Oh, wait.
Reporting for duty.
I really don't like the amount of, like, random effect cards in this game. Like, they're all sort of balanced for what they are, but when you balance the random cards, it means that sometimes they randomly do way more than other cards, and I don't like that facet. I like things to be more controlled, intentional, strategic, and not like this, like, gambling on stuff that's in play. There's already enough randomness with, like, what cards you get. I hate that. Hooray!
Me and Mr. White.
4, 5, 6, 12. Yeah, so I'm dead this turn anyway. There's not even anything I can do. Bullshit, the mind control tech. There's a 75% chance that that game would have been a whole hell of a lot closer. So I'm down to sudden death now. I still need to get one more win to do my best run lately, and I need 3 more wins to actually get my best ever, which I wouldn't expect because this is the bad Paladin. What do you want? But we'll see if I can get any more wins next time. Please click the like button before it clicks you.